close. and live. There we are. What's going on, everybody? Live before lock, Monday, April 22nd. Myself and Jake, the manager, owner of the Minnesota Jakes, owner of Baseball Savant, just cornering the market on all things baseball. What's going on, man?
Not much. Just another busy day. Dual sports. So got some NHL going on. Couple big games in that going on, and then playing DFS, of course.
Sure.
A nice slate that we don't have a 60% owned pitcher anymore. So I can play more than 3 pitchers on this slate now. So I think we're both going to be around 90, 100%, huh?
Yeah. I had 90 on the first crunch this morning. Don't anticipate it moving anywhere otherwise, but now it moved to 0 because we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, he made it pretty easy for us. So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it'll just be tomorrow now, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless they change his price tag.
Exactly.
Okay, so you mentioned it was going to be a heavy Chris Sale night.
Yeah.
And now I see pitching as really disgusting and spread out. So where are you going? What's standing out to you now? Is there anybody getting a lot of exposure?
Musgrove is getting a lot of exposure. Peacock's getting a pretty good amount, actually. And then Chirinos. So I'm still kind of playing the chalky guys, but I think I'm going to be over on really all 3 of those guys. And then after that, it's like Godley, Flaherty, Hess, Harvey. I might get a little bit more Harvey exposure. I liked what Adam just said, actually, a few minutes ago, if anybody was watching on the deeper dive. And I was kind of looking for another cheap pitcher to get to that's not Bassett. So
Adrian Hauser is the answer to that, then.
You're playing Hauser?
If I were playing on DK, I would have Hauser over Matt Harvey.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about him.
I am very much against the Harvey call today.
I don't blame you. You're usually on the right side when it comes to Harvey if you don't like it. So
my bigger issue is that I'm heavy on Mike Minor, and I appear to be in the minority for that one. So any Mike Minor love today?
I did not get to Minor. He's not grading out well, and the numbers I look at, he's not grading out that well in the projections. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a ton of leverage against him either. So no. I just got the other guys. I didn't get to any Minor in my last crunch.
He's my number 1 pitcher on this slate today.
What site?
All of them.
All of them?
Well, so dollar for dollar, it's Minor on FanDuel. It's Minor on DK. It's Minor on Yahoo by a hair over Flaherty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over Flaherty?
On Yahoo, Flaherty's $43. That's technically now the most expensive pitcher. So, but it's also a manageable salary.
Yeah, exactly. I really like Flaherty's skill set. Obviously just the matchup is the worrisome part against Thames and Shaw and Grandal, Yelich.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, lot of landmines in that lineup for Flaherty, and he's almost 10K on DK, and sounds like he's pretty expensive elsewhere.
Yeah. One thing I want to point out for the Mike Minor stuff, this is very specifically a large field GPP play. I would have no problem going to him in a single entry or something, but he is not a cash play today whatsoever. Mike Minor wouldn't sniff a cash lineup for me. I like him in large field GPPs.
Yeah. Eddie doing an NBA show? Just a classic question.
The answer is no.
No, he's not.
The answer is no. No. Day off today.
Okay.
2-game slate. These teams have been playing quite a bit, and neither game is particularly exciting. They should be able to close out both series today. If I'm getting this correct, I want to make sure that I have the right 2. Yeah. So both teams are up 3-0 in this series, so there's not a ton for Eddie to be breaking down.
Okay.
He gets a much needed day off after carrying the NBA content for the past 10 days.
Yeah, for sure.
And we just got the Mets lineup and no Robinson Cano, which is probably what was causing it to take so long.
That's I'm trying to see. I mean, I'm not playing Arrieta anyways, but I kind of wanted to play Cano. So
I don't know if you were listening to the Deeper Dive before. Laffy mentioned that Cano had like a soft cast on or something, so maybe playing him wasn't even your best bet. I didn't know anything about that, but yeah, Laffy mentioned it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he must be hurt. He obviously must be hurt, so that's whatever. Take a day off, and then we can get him back for some more dongs tomorrow, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe they'll lower his price back down to something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, as of right now, pitching for me, 4 guys are hitting double digits in ownership, and this is for FanDuel. Joe Musgrove, Mike Minor, Jack Flaherty, Yanni Chirinos. But I'm pretty spread out today. Now that Sale is off the board, I'm getting to 19% Mike Minor on FanDuel, which feels like a lot, particularly when he's only owned at 3%, but it's really not all that much. Man, I'm gonna go down in flames with that one, huh?
Yeah, I have a hard time seeing a scenario in which Minor kills me. I know he's coming off the big complete game shutout, but a bunch of righties, guys that hit lefties really well. I don't know. I just feel like there are better options on DK specifically. So
I get it. Look, it's a scary, scary, scary spot that I'm hitching my wagon to. I'm betting on Park.
He's been good.
Yeah, I'm betting on O.co or whatever the hell this park is called to carry me a little bit.
O.co, that's right.
Is it O.co? I don't know. I can never keep track because I know that AT&T is not AT&T anymore, and
it's not.
Now it's Oracle Park, I think.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
See, that's what I mean. They just constantly changing this stuff. I think Safeco is not Safeco, and all those other I can't keep track of that sort of stuff. It's just whatever was in my head 8 years ago.
Just insert home team park. Yeah. Home team name park.
Just A's Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's gonna get confused if I say that out loud.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, so we hit on a couple of your pitchers. Anybody that you see getting ownership that you just do not agree with?
Let's see here. I'll sort by my ownership column in Fantasy Cruncher. I'm not getting to Steven Matz. I don't think that's going to be a surprise to many people. I'm a noted Steven Matz hater back to the start of 2018. And yeah, that's like the only guy that's we have projected above 10% that I kind of don't agree with.
Okay.
I mean, are you still seeing him at just under 20% on DK?
Yeah, I think I would be pretty heavy on him, actually.
I mean, he's a fine pitcher.
This is a weird slate, man.
Yeah.
I'm just finding myself not running in lockstep with anybody.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of that has to do also with factoring in the weather here.
Yeah.
There's a pretty decent chance it looks like that this game might be postponed.
That's a good point.
So on an already bad pitching slate, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to take a guy that I already don't like. Plus, he's got weather issues, it looks like, and a bad matchup too. What's there to like about going up against Real Muto and McCutchen, Harper, even lefty, and then Rhys Hoskins, Franco moved up to the 5 spot. I just don't really see it being a good spot here for Matz, even at 7,500.
Okay. Yeah, so I actually have Matz grading out, at least for GPPs, like a half notch ahead of Chirinos. I have him comparable to Joe Musgrove, actually. So,
whoa,
yeah. When I'm saying this, I mean relative to salary.
Okay, sure.
If their prices are the same, it's Musgrove by quite a bit.
Okay,
but taking salary into account, Matz is actually tied for third for me on DK with Musgrove behind Minor and Flaherty. I'm going to have a pretty unique player pool, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've got all the hot takes tonight. At least your player pool will just be filled with a bunch of different lineups, which is good on a slate like this. If there's heavy chalk on a slate you're kind of not sure of, just go elsewhere.
Yep.
Go to the third or fourth highest owned stack or something and go heavy on them. I kind of agree with the chalkier bats, especially Colorado. But yeah, for pitching, if you don't see a clear guy and their ownership says there's a clear guy, you are already going to be different. So that's you should want that.
Yeah, for sure. So where are you landing from a bats perspective today?
So Colorado, I mentioned, it's kind of hard to get super far over the field on them just because they're so chalky, especially with no Sale now. You could have fit them with Sale really easily. And
It's so stupid.
Yeah, just a really dumb price. I pretty much agreed with what you and Adam had to say this morning. It's just like he's either hurt and he's going to be bad and he shouldn't be $9,500, or he's Chris Sale and he should be $3K more expensive in that spot. So
crazy.
We'll see if they correct that tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe the pricing is out for tomorrow. I'm not even sure.
I didn't see it on FanDuel earlier. I'll have to check.
DK usually comes out pretty early. I'm not exactly sure how early Yahoo releases their pricing. But I do have some Pittsburgh. Godley kind of hasn't looked like the same guy for me this season. He can still like miss bats. He's got that really awesome curveball, or it's a knuckle curve, I think it is. But yeah, like when he's off, he is really, really off, and he's giving up a lot of quality contact. So I've got guys like Polanco and Bell up there.
Yeah.
Houston, I really like them against Odorizzi. Milwaukee against Flaherty, just a really dangerous spot for Flaherty, who's got some issues against lefties. And then on the other side, St. Louis, I really like as well. It's against your boy Hauser, I think his name is.
It is Hauser. Yeah, so Hauser grades out, has like a viable $5,700 dart throw. More viable to me than Harvey at 16% or David Hess at 10%. But I can't exactly say that I'm confident in anything. I mean, it takes me clicking back to this tab to remember that his first name is Adrian. So like, I'm not exactly bringing a lot to the table here. Got to rely on steamer projections for this one, as do most people. Or rely on some sort of additional outside set of projections. So, yeah, you mentioned the Rockies. Certainly having some share of them, and if you're max entering a tournament, is going to be hard to avoid. Who else stands out for you?
Did I mention Houston? Houston.
I like the Astros as well.
Yeah. The Angels I actually have a little bit of, and probably that's mostly Trout. Like, it's just Trout. So that's probably not actually a ton of Angel stacks, maybe like one-offs and two-mans with Trout and someone else.
Okay.
And then the White Sox, I'm a little over the field, it looks like, on them. Same thing with Baltimore on the other side.
I like that White Sox call. The White Sox right now are my number one dollar for dollar stack.
Nice.
They grade out so efficiently, and I end up with just dumb amounts of like Abreu and Yonder Alonso, Moncada. Big fan here.
No Delmonico on Yahoo, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure they'll get that corrected. Same thing on FanDuel too, is that right?
That is correct.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's I mean, he's batting 6, so it's not the end of the world, but on DK he is in the player pool and he's 3,500, makes that super affordable. Yep. I love Yonder Alonso and Abreu. The only issue there is just first base on DK.
That makes it tough, considering it's impossible.
Yeah, you got those two. It feels like you never get that one right.
Yeah,
it's the same position, but
I'm waiting on that Yankees lineup so that I can run a new crunch.
I know.
I'm playing 10 lineups on Yahoo today as well. So
nice.
Yeah.
I need to. Is there still a contest open over here?
I think so. I think their best contest is actually still open.
Yeah, I see it. It looks like 100 entries left. So I'm actually going to enter in a few of those.
Oh yeah, I mean we're looking at maybe overlay in the $15 if you really want to get crazy.
I didn't even notice there was a $15. Oh wow, yeah, that's going to overlay. I think.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. 2K to first, nice. So,
well, if you are getting into the $5 on Yahoo, you're playing for 11th.
You're taking 1 through 10?
Yeah, it's a one lineup train.
All right, I like it.
Oh, man, I would talk a lot of smack after that.
What's that?
I would talk a lot of smack if I banked a tournament and ran a 1 to 10 train to take top 10.
That'd be pretty wild. that used to happen back in the day, and then there were all these threads about it on the internet, your favorite forums.
Yeah.
I'm sure Reddit, other forums as well. People used to get pretty mad.
Sure.
They still do. Like, why do you, like when you see a train up top, even if it's like a 2-team train and it's the same user or whatever, everyone's like, oh, look at this jerk, like up at the top of the leaderboard. Well,
I'd prefer it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it sucks when you get beat by one of those, and like, let's say you're going to be in 4th and a guy has a 5-team train, and now all of a sudden you're in 10th. That passes you up. Yeah, it sucks that night, but that's a really negative expected value way to play. So
yeah, like I want as many people to have a train in a tournament for 150 as possible. It's going to give me a better chance of winning the tournament.
Exactly. So like, going off that, I don't know, we always kind of talk about if you're playing these chalky stacks like Colorado, maybe you don't play them with, let's say, another chalky stack here. It looks like actually Oakland is pretty chalky. Maybe you don't play Colorado and Oakland. Maybe you play Colorado and like Minnesota, who's going to have under 5% aggregate ownership.
Such a homer.
What's that?
You're such a homer.
Yeah, my non-team that just happens to play where I live, or Pittsburgh or Arizona. So those two are going to be under 3% owned as teams.
There we go. Any sign of that Yankees lineup yet? Nope.
I don't see one. Phillies Mets is delayed, though. I just got that.
Yeah, and that's expected. I'm not treating that game any differently. I just assume they don't start until pretty late. But it looks to me like they're going to be able to get that in.
Yeah.
Although it's not going to matter too much for me on FanDuel. I have 0 Mats in my life. Like, Mats doesn't grade out all that well, and Jake Arrieta is the most expensive pitcher, so I don't really need that in my life.
So for what it's worth, since the last update, since I last put in the Osmo.com projections, the postponement risk has gone down about 5%. So
where do we have it at?
20 or 0.2.
Okay.
So that's still enough for me to not get any Mats and basically no Phillies either. I would like to jam in some Phillies there, at least like a few 5-man stacks or something, because I do think it's a spot they could potentially blow up. But yeah, I would try to avoid maybe some one-offs just because of that 20% or so risk.
Yeah, if you're going at it, that's a game where you either want to stack or not have a part of it.
Yeah.
6:25. We're getting dangerously close to dong time.
I need to break out of this slump. I'm still at an offer. I'm Chris Davis.
Let me pull up the sheet. I got a dong on my most recent pick.
Who was that?
Oh, you know who it was.
Oh, yeah, it was Muncie.
Yes, it was.
Go directly into my column, actually, now that I think of it. I am the owner of Max Muncie Enterprises.
I am so happy that I got a home run with him. Makes it so much more satisfying.
To who? I don't know. I was happy for you. Anytime Muncie dongs, that's a good day.
I didn't know until the morning. I didn't get too many people tweeting at me. It wasn't like last year where Muncie would go yard on a day where I would talk smack, and I'd have like 60 mentions immediately in Twitter.
Yeah.
Talking garbage and tagging me in the home run tweet. That was good times. Good times. I feel like I can run this crunch. I don't think that I need to be too worried about the Yankees lineup. They don't have enough bodies left, you know? How many different people could possibly start today?
Yeah, that's true. Just could be some minor leaguers getting called up or something.
Yeah, they're running. They only have 40 total options, and 10 of them I think are on the DL right now. So I'm gonna update. I think I have updated ownership in here: 32, 30, 28, 26. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna run a crunch. Just to give a little bit of a plug here. Live Before Lock is the promo code. 50% off your first month with us. Any monthly package you choose, including packages with Fantasy Cruncher. And speaking of Fantasy Cruncher, if you missed it earlier today, if you head to our YouTube channel, head to the either recent uploads or the tutorials playlist. I did a video breaking down how to use Fantasy Cruncher for MLB. So we went about an hour, and the first 10 or 15 minutes or so of the video were spent promoting the future, FC Pro, and our partnership with Fantasy Cruncher and Lineup Study, which is super, super exciting for the near future.
Yeah, that is. It sounds like a dream come true, honestly. So, yeah, I'm just really excited to get my hands on the new FC Pro.
Yeah,
so.
I'm really excited to show the Lineup Study feature for MLB. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we could just steal Tom and Alex and Eddie's strategies.
That's
and
the plan.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That is the plan. We'll have all of it, all of the data. You cannot beat it. So let's run some crunches. We are 2 minutes away from dongs. I know that's probably a really weird thing for people to hear if they're like you've got a wife cooking dinner or something. You can hear the audio.
What are you watching, honey? Yeah.
Nothing.
She's
good.
Talking about dongs.
We had a person ask in chat earlier today, like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago, if I was drunk right now. I wish. Kind of weird to be drunk in the middle of a Monday. I mean, I can do it and all, but I don't need to.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what can we touch on? You know what? Let's just get into it. 6:29. We're close enough. We'll round up. It's time for dongs. Do you want me to go first, or would you like to go first? I want to give you every opportunity to pick who you could possibly want, since you're 0 for the century mark.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
We're gonna leave Coors out. Did we decide on that as like a hard rule? No Coors this year?
Yeah, it's sort of like the unspoken. It's very baseball. Unspoken rules.
Okay. Well, I remember a couple times last year.
Put it this way: you can take someone from Coors if they're not traditional power hitters.
Yeah. So not Arenado versus a lefty in Coors, which is what happened a couple times last year.
Right.
So I risk.
If you're like, I'll take Ian Desmond, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit of a different story.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wasn't going to take Coors regardless, but I will take Paul DeJong.
Yeah, okay.
Give me Paul DeJong.
He grades out one spot behind Ian Desmond, oddly enough. 52nd in my model today. Dead last, just in case you're curious, Billy Hamilton.
Wow. Yeah, that guy's not going to dong one time this entire year.
Alrighty, who am I going to go with? I have not looked at this at all. Now I'm feeling pretty comfortable, I think, with this one. Do I want to go that direction? I was thinking about going unavoidable, but I can't do it.
Yeah, I see some people in chat asking for unavoidable.
I get it. He's amazing. I'm going to the old man of the Nationals, Ryan Zimmerman.
Nice. That's he's underpriced. He's one of my highest exposed guys.
I can't do this one. I can't take Zimmerman.
Oh wait, he's in Coors. Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. I wanted to though. Grades out really well. He's like 8th in my model.
How's he only 8th? I guess. I mean,
if it helps, the 7 guys ahead of him are Trout, Arenado, Chris Davis, Trevor Story, Cruz, Gallo, and Abreu. So,
all right,
nothing too shocky. I mean, Gallo gets there, and the park factor is like really aggressive in his face.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go with Yonder Alonso.
I actually was looking at him, so I like that call.
Okay.
I like that call quite a bit.
Home run picks are in. Paul DeJong for Jake. I already forgot who I picked.
Yonder Alonso.
Yonder Alonso for me.
We got Yankees lineup, by the way.
Oh, nice.
So
did it change? That's really all that matters to me.
I don't know. I loaded in the projected lineups earlier. I don't have a fancy macro like you.
Do you want a fancy macro?
No, I don't. I can load them in.
Okay. Let me enter in the home run picks right now. All right, picks are in.
All right, maybe I'll finally get on the board tonight.
Maybe not.
Probably not. I mean, the odds are against me every time.
All righty. LeMahieu. Where's the Yankees at? Nope, it's already different. So everything I did, that crunch I ran can get thrown in the garbage. Grab that lineup, and now let's move forward. I need to crunch out all of my FanDuel lineups. I need to manually enter my 10 for Yahoo because we can't just script them in. There's no CSV imports. We're all on the same playing field of manually entering our lineups.
Exactly, and that's why a lot of pros won't even bother playing over there. So that's why anyone, 99% of you that are watching this that are casual players, and maybe 80% of you play less than a couple $100 a day, you should be getting over to Yahoo and taking the time to hand build. Even if you are using an optimizer, you can still do that and just copy the lineups, like I'm sure you're about to do, Josh.
That is absolutely what I'm about to do. You nailed that one.
It's just softer over there. I mean, simple as that. Like
it is. It is. It really is. Yeah, I'm about to run a Yahoo Crunch right now and get my 10 lineups in and take down that tournament.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with 2K up top.
No, not so much. Just got to wait on our updated ownership, which should be coming out, I would guess, momentarily to update the Yankees. Let's take a look at that Yankees lineup for a second. Anything weird change?
Martin Hook is on. Oh, there's one piece of hockey news actually. I think I'm probably gonna be good, by the way, Josh.
Okay.
Might just have to do some manual changes, but I don't think I'm gonna have to like recrunch or anything or change any guys' line assignments on Cruncher.
Do what you need to do.
What's that?
Do what you need to do if you need to take some time.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Higashioka is weird. Is Eddie doing NBA tonight?
No.
Don't believe so.
No NBA tonight, guys.
There's a 2-game slate. Don't play is my advice. Just play 2-game slates for NHL and play everyone.
There you go.
It's easy. I do it every night.
Now, I mean, he's been going pretty hard. Tons of shows over the past week and a half. Both of these games are in 3-0 series that could end. So that's just a lot for very little actual return. He's talked about both of these games and these teams, 3 separate times. Not a lot changing, especially with Blake Griffin in. So yeah, ignore that stuff, guys. It's gonna make your life way more interesting to just skip it and play a different sport.
Yep. There's good NHL playoff games on tonight, so I may be a little bit biased. But
what do we got going in NHL? Hit me with the goods.
There, Hurricanes, Caps, 3-2 Caps. This game is in Carolina. They'll look to send it to a Game 7. And then the later game, 8:30 Eastern, Preds, Stars. The Preds are down 3-2 in the series, or 2-3. Stars can close it out tonight on home ice, and they're actually favored to do so. So yeah, it should be fun. I mean, the series, I don't know how much you watched. Just all the games, it seems like have been pretty good outside of a handful. So
I have not watched any.
You should.
Should I?
You're a hockey. You're an NHL DFS stud. You got to have one of the highest ROIs of anyone that played this year.
That implies I didn't dump it right back the next day.
Did you not?
Oh no, I probably have a really nice ROI in hockey this year because I played essentially twice.
That's pretty good. You almost banked a tournament.
I did. I think I had 2 in the top 10 actually.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who it was. Maybe the Lightning, maybe.
You won like $3,000 on the first night, I think, something like that.
More than that, I think, but not much more than that. I'm happy about it.
Yeah,
I'm happy about that for sure. Oh, I just realized that I don't have my Yahoo exposure formula set up correctly, which is really annoying.
Hauser or Hess? Josh, help me out.
Hauser.
Who have more?
The answer is Hauser.
Okay. How do you feel about Chicago White Sox stacks? Sorry, did you go over already? Oh, that's all right. we do both like the Chicago White Sox stack against Hess.
Yes, we do.
Anything in the chat here?
Yeah, take a peek at that stuff. I'm grabbing a couple things right now.
Who's going all in on Houston with me? Well, I don't think we're going all in, but I know we both like Houston quite a bit.
I am a fan.
My home run calls are Hoskins and Zunino. 2 picks? Oh, man. Hoskins. So the issue I have with him and why I'm not getting to a lot of him is just the delay already. They're probably going to be able to play it, but I did downgrade them in my projections just because there's a chance that game gets rained out. Zunino, interesting. Let's see where Zunino's at. Batting 8th against Brad Keller. Oh, that's pretty bold, I think. Righty. You might have a crystal ball if that one comes true.
Yeah, maybe. All right, there we go. Now I've got my exposure set up for Yahoo. Everything was all broken. Oh, this should be fun. I'm excited to get a Yahoo contest going for once. I haven't been able to play. I didn't get everything set up until today, actually. So finally got there. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to try to start taking some questions. Anything I see in YouTube or anything you see in Premium Slack, feel free to shout them out. But which pitchers are we liking for DraftKings? I'll tell you right now, my top 4, Mike Minor, Jack Flaherty, Joe Musgrove, Steven Matz. That is going to be a very unique statement.
That is. Mine are, let's see here. Musgrove, I know, is number 1. Yep, Musgrove, Peacock, Chirinos, Godley. And then everyone else is around 10. Flaherty, Hess, Harvey, Bassett, Tyler Anderson, I got a share of him. I am crunching, though, my MLB lineups for the final time right now. So I'll have real exposures for you guys in about 5 minutes.
There we go. Ownership just got updated on our end. So if anybody is a member, a premium member of our site, actually, ownership today is free.
Yeah, it is.
If you want to check out our ownership, I will drop the link in chat right now. Bingo bongo. We're in. Free ownership. Come and get it. Come and get it.
Ownership is huge in MLB DFS.
Ownership is everything to me.
Yep.
If it wasn't for our ownership projections, I would have a very, very different process that would be quite less profitable, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Having them last year was very beneficial, and I assume they are only better now.
For sure. They're the best.
Do I like Benuelos at all on FanDuel? No, I do not. If it helps, I also don't like him on DraftKings. I think he's the worst option of the day. So there's that. Any Benuelos for you? Did you look at him at all?
I mean, I looked at him and then I saw that he's not going to pitch very deep, so I just crossed him off.
There you go. Cross him off then. That's Major League. It might be not enough Major League in your life.
I don't know that I've seen that, actually. If you ask me in most movies, I probably haven't seen them.
That one really hurts me.
Why?
Because Major League is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, EMAC says I'm the new Adam now because I don't get any movie references.
That's one you need to get. Is all. Like it's just a good movie. Best I can do. All right, I've got Yahoo. I just crunched 200 Yahoo lineups. Now I need to figure out which ones I'm going to play and how long it's going to take me to actually enter them in.
Are you entering, or are you sorting by your projected, or how do you choose your lineups? I guess in general.
Good question. So, 2 separate answers. The answer that I'm going to have for Yahoo is a little bit different than the answer that I would have normally. On FanDuel, I have 4 separate let's say categories that a lineup gets ranked on. So I'll import all of my lineups into Excel and they'll get ranked by 4 things. Total fantasy points, projected aggregate ownership to that lineup, the percentage likelihood that everybody in that lineup hits their target score, and then finally each player's opposing pitcher's expected ownership so that I can push. Yeah, so that I can leverage guys that are getting some ownership.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then what's the difference on the other? So that was for FanDuel, right?
Yes, they would be the same for everything. On Yahoo, I'm just sorting by target score and taking my top 10. Since there's no like exports and stuff for Yahoo. So I just crunched 200 lineups on FanDuel of 4-3 stacks. I just want to let everybody know exactly what's going on. I'm going to do 75 4-4s, and then I'm going to do 75 4-man stacks with nothing else involved, and I'll merge them all together and import them into Excel and just take my top 150.
Nice.
Yeah. Josh talking about not seeing movies but hasn't seen a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie is LOL. Yeah, I've never seen any of the like big time comic book movies outside of Deadpool.
Yeah, never seen any of them either.
Yeah, you're not an Avengers guy or anything?
Nope.
Yeah, same.
No.
I mean, they're visually really cool, but yeah, I've never watched them. I don't know why either. It's just never really interested me.
Yeah, not a big cartoons guy. I don't know.
Gotta love cartoons, man.
I was never a cartoons guy as a kid, though, so that's probably why I'm not really going to adopt that when I'm, an adult or close to being an adult. I guess I'm pretty young still.
So what were you watching then in lieu of cartoons?
Sports Center. Yeah. So that was my weekend mornings was Sports Center.
Sports Center and professional wrestling.
Well, not professional wrestling for me. It was basically just Sports Center. Didn't watch a ton of TV though, outside of live sports.
No, I did. I did for sure.
Yeah, but you played sports. You played baseball. So how'd you
play baseball? I played all sports. I played baseball. I played basketball. I played soccer. I played golf once I got to high school.
Yeah, I don't know. I must have slept a ton as a kid or something.
Me?
I must have.
Wow. Sleeping's fun. I mean, sometimes you just have to watch a lot of TV because the weather sucked for 6 months out of the year. So there's that.
Well, yeah, that's about.
If I lived here now, where like when I was a kid, I assume that I would have watched a lot less TV and been outside a lot more.
Okay, that makes sense.
But being a kid back in the day was different. It was just like, hey, I'm going to leave. I'll be back in 10 hours.
Right.
My parents aren't even there to like hear me say that. They've already been at work for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's the good old days.
A little different for me.
Like I live less than a mile on a straight line to an elementary school. And hypothetically, I do not have kids. I asked the wife, I was like, would you care if our kids walked to school by themselves? She was like, absolutely not. No way. I was like, oh okay. I walked like 4 miles to school, I think. It took like 45 minutes.
You must have been fit.
Well, I mean, I guess I was. But like we would meander. We'd be going down all sorts of different streets, going to candy stores and stuff. Now it's just like, no, we can't walk in a development, basically. The whole world has changed. All right, I've got my exposures. So on FanDuel, I have 4 pitchers at roughly 20%. Mike Minor, Jack Flaherty, Yanni Chirinos, and in a stunning new development, Steven Matz.
Oh, God. Do you account for the postponement risk?
I do not. Not today.
Okay.
If there was, I'd be more likely to do it if it wasn't looking like it was going to completely clear out late.
Sure.
So I only try to factor that stuff in when time is, when there's more issues than just time. Like I think if they wait till 9:00, they're going to be fine. So that part doesn't worry me all that much. And if I eat it on Mats, then I eat it on Mats. It happens. It's going to happen this year more than a couple times. So I'm not super worried about it. Who did you have last year? You took a really big weather stand and the game got rained out.
Oh,
And you had like a lot of it.
So I was playing one lineup, and I was playing it like all the mid stake stuff and higher stakes. So I was playing a good amount, but it was just on one lineup. Which
Okay.
I would never want to do in really any sport now that I've done that for a year. But yeah, it was Arizona. It was an Atlanta 5-man stack, and my other 3 hitters, or other 4 hitters, whatever it was, 3 hitters, started off really hot, and I was just like, all right, well, this game just needs to go off, and they just need to do something. I'm going to have like a bunch of nice, at least min cashes. Like I was pretty live. If my stack scored like 5 or 6 runs even, and yeah, I got postponed after a nice long wait. Yeah, that was a sad one.
Yeah, I do remember that happening.
I remember. Came on the next day with you and sulked, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the best part of all of this, being able to come on and be bummed after everything happened.
Well, actually, the best part is, bragging about when you win.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a given. Right, I just pasted all these lineups in, and it didn't take. So did I export the wrong player IDs?
Hope not.
I do that from time to time.
You got some time though.
Yeah, I'm not in any rush. Well, what time's lock? 7:05 or 7:10?
7:05 Eastern.
Good. I hate when it's 7:10. I don't ever want that extra time.
Me too. I'd like it if it was earlier, honestly.
I wish it were 7 like every other sport.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now we're uploading. Now I need to start entering Yahoo lineups, so I guess people are going to snatch these, but that's fine. It'll be fun. All right.
People are going to snatch up, like steal your lineup?
Yep. I'm just kidding. That's I'm used to building these. Oh, 15 minutes on the dot I've got right now, so
yeah.
Let's do it. First, I'll walk you through them. You
Okay.
tell me what you like and dislike about each lineup. How's that?
All right.
Give us something to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. First up is Godley and Matt Harvey. I've got a 5-man Rocky stack and a 3-man Nat stack.
5-man Rockies, 3-man Nats with Godley Harvey. Is that right?
Godley Harvey, yes.
I like that. I mean, yeah. I mean, you gotta like Harvey's just there to fit in the extra salary, right? Because you've got some expensive hitters.
Yes,
Nats, right?
do.
Yeah.
What do we got here? So, just to go over the full lineup, since we're pretty much running out of things to talk about, it's Desmond, Blackman, Story, Arenado, and Reynolds, with a Yan Gomes, Howie Kendrick, Juan Soto trio.
Like Juan Soto, even lefty. I like Juan Soto. Kendrick cleanup. No Zimmerman in there?
No Zimmerman.
Okay. Well, that'll be different at least, right?
Yes. It should be.
Yeah.
All right, next lineup up. You ready?
Yeah.
Jack Flaherty and Mike Minor, my boy Mike. 5-man Rocky stack again. How many Rocky stacks am I going to get in this? I might need to change up the way that I'm picking these lineups.
Jack Flaherty, Mike Minor, and
I don't want to have the Rockies in every single stack here, and they're in every single stack.
Oh, so they're just projecting out that well that they're just flying to the top.
Yep.
See, that's what I was going to ask you about the 200. So you crunched out 200. So aren't you worried that you're just going to have 1 or 2 stacks that you're just going to get a ton of if you take the top 10?
So if I had all of my ranking and stuff and I was pasting them into Excel, no, it doesn't really come out all that aggressive.
Okay.
In this particular case, yes, and I'm going to have to just do a little bit different. I typed in the wrong Harvey, so I'm told. I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not really worried about it.
Who hasn't pitched all season?
Yeah. See, you can type in the names and hit enter to enter, like, so you don't ever have to go back to the mouse, which is really exciting. But like I try to go by last names. That way I don't have to like guess on what's in there for first names. And I whiffed on Harvey, I guess. So I'll have to go back and take a look at it.
Any love for Bassett? Did we say that one?
I do not have much love for Bassett. No.
I don't think you would need to get to Bassett on FanDuel. Like him as your second pitcher to fit in some expensive stacks at under 7K on DK. I mean, okay, I'm fine with that. Same thing with Harvey. Like you need a little bit of upside out of your arms. I know it's Texas. I'm just not sure that Bassett has that kind of great strikeout, or even good strikeout stuff for him to be worth it on FanDuel.
Now I need to just find out where my non-Colorado 5-man stacks are and start picking out different ones.
You could just run more uniques. Oh, that's Brick from the NHL chat. Well, Brick plays everything. Brick's a stud who's helping you out there with the wrong Harvey.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I would have noticed it, I hope, but yeah, it stood out like a sore thumb when I saw it, so I appreciate you giving me the tip off there. Yeah,
Brick's giving some money back, giving some advice to you because he takes our money every night, probably in every tournament.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This one is going to be Jack Flaherty and Chris Bassett, oddly enough, with another Rocky stack with your Jakes. This is going to be the last Rocky stack I take as a full.
And the thing with that is you're getting leverage off of Peacock. I'm assuming Peacock's popular in every site. He's got issues with lefties, lefty power. So you start with Kepler, Polanco, Cruz, obviously a righty, but those top four, Rosario, I kind of really like them. I'm liking them more and more as a stack that I look at it and I look at the lineups they allow me to get with them. Even if it's a 2-man stack, if it's a 5-2-1 or a 5-3, I'm kind of liking them a lot.
There you go. I like that. I totally agree with your stance there too. So, here's a Steven Matz, Tyler Anderson stack, or 2-man combo of pitchers, I guess. I kind of like Tyler Anderson today. I've been really getting into Coors pitchers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really liked. Who were the last two? Marquez and somebody.
Well, for the longest time.
Oh, Gray.
Yeah, for the longest time they didn't really have any great pitchers. But then even when they did have these guys, these like up and coming guys, people still wouldn't play them in Coors because it was like, I can't play a pitcher in Coors, that type of thing. And that just wasn't true because they were priced so low. And if you can have stuff that does translate well to Coors, or it doesn't hurt you, the low density of the air. So, yeah, I felt like we were on some good ones last year, mostly Marquez. I mean, he was just sick for like 12 Coors starts in a row. So he was pretty easy, and he would be 2K underpriced every time.
I'm doing everything I can to scroll and find a non-Rockies lineup. It's just taking me forever. That's what happens when you crunch out 200. All right, here's a new one. This is going to have no Rockies in it. Are you ready? Give me your thoughts on Steven Matz and Chris Bassett.
Steven Matz, Chris Bassett, yeah.
We've got a 5-man Nat stack. Yan Gomes.
And
Brian Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Brian Dozier.
Nice. I like that.
Juan Soto.
Yep.
Adam Eaton.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. Matz, and who was the other pitcher again?
Bassett. And Chris Bassett is $30 on Yahoo, if that helps.
Okay.
Probably doesn't.
That seems overpriced a little bit.
And this has a 3-man Angel stack along with it, which includes everyone's favorite, Mike Trout.
He is everyone's favorite, as he should be.
Yes, he should. Right.
Change in NHL, so I'm going to go try to make some quick changes here.
Yeah, man, do what you need to do. I'm going to keep walking people through my lineups here as we enter in all of my Yahoo lineups.
All right.
Trying to get something a little bit more unique. Having trouble finding non-Rockies lineups quickly. Nats and Angels stacks are very popular for me too. Like very popular.
Nats and Angels?
Yeah, but the Rockies are showing up in absolutely everything.
The Angels is not just Trout, you're getting the actual stacks?
3-man stacks.
Okay.
Actually, some 5-man.
Okay.
All right, Milwaukee, Washington. I want to take whatever one's tops here. That'll work. That's a Minor and Matt's lineup. Actually, did I enter that one already? Minor and Matt's. I did not. I'm going to take something down on Yahoo. I'm going to freak out. I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
So how's playoff hockey going for you?
Like ROI wise?
Sure.
Or just?
Oh yeah, you mean yeah? I'm not asking like personally.
Oh no, I mean it's good. I mean it's really fun to watch. I'm into it, so I'm like into like studying the box scores and the matchups and stuff like that. So it's translated to money as well, and the contests are actually pretty decent. I'm pleasantly surprised on DK, especially. FanDuel's running out a nice low dollar tournament. But yeah, there's also Showdown too, so that will hopefully be pretty popular. It looks like they're sending out tickets for some of their bigger tournaments coming up in the next few days. But yeah, it's just been incredible to watch. Anyone who's watched it, maybe that's not even a hockey fan, probably is having some fun doing so. So I know you guys don't like hockey. A lot of the guys at the site don't, but I'm sure nerds like me and Nolan do.
It's not like I don't like hockey. I think everybody is like cool with hockey. It's just not as good as the other sports that run at the same time.
Yeah, so I would disagree. I don't know. And hockey's more like it's easier to be better at in DFS.
My problem is I don't like not knowing what I'm doing. It's the same reason that I don't really mess around with like Premier League DFS, even though I'm a big fan of the sport, because I don't know it well from a DFS perspective. And the time that it would take to like set that up is just time I don't have.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, but you got to start somewhere, right? So
maybe. I don't know.
Like when you first started playing DFS, you probably didn't know a lot of the guys. I think at least
right, but my issue is that I never played hockey at all in my life, so I don't have like a rooted knowledge of the sport.
I never played hockey, not one time.
Were you a fan as a kid?
Nope. Started watching it in college when I was a sophomore in college. So what was that, 5-6 years ago?
Oh, okay.
No, not even, like 4 years ago. And yeah, it's now by far my favorite to watch.
Well, that's crazy. Maybe I need to get into it.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. I mean, there's always going to be guys that get called up and stuff, and you're not going to know. But yeah, if you got someone like me doing the projections that'll have to look the guys up, it doesn't really matter for you.
That's true. I guess I can just play the first weekend again and bank and get out of there and take my money and run.
Just win your 5K every year, and be fine.
That's fine with me. I'll use whatever hockey winnings I make in the first week of hockey before NBA starts to fund, I don't know, some like qualifiers or something.
Yeah, perfect.
Sounds like a great plan to me.
Yeah.
I am almost done entering these Yahoo lineups. How much time do I have? Whoa, 4 minutes. This is taking way longer than I expected.
You're good.
Am I?
Into a live game? Yeah, live hockey is the best sport to watch.
Totally disagree.
I mean, what's yours? NBA? Soccer? I don't know.
Depends what I'm trying to do. So it's like college, like big college football is incredible.
I can't stand that.
It got to be big. So like I grew up going to games at Penn State. So when you're seeing a game with like 100,000 people, it's a really crazy experience.
Yeah, I suppose.
So NBA is fun, and any college basketball game is fun. But I didn't enjoy going to hockey. I went to the Hurricanes.
Well, don't watch the old Hurricanes.
What?
Don't watch the old Hurricanes.
No, I mean I went to a Hurricanes game last year.
Yeah, they weren't any good last year.
I think it was last year. It could have been 2 years ago by this point. I did see who's the good dude on the Leafs? Austin Matthews.
Austin Matthews?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of
he scored in overtime to win the game and beat Carolina, so that was fun for me because I didn't.
Carolina's not like a good hockey atmosphere. You need to come to a game in Minnesota. Come to the XL Energy Center and see you need to see like a playoff game or like a a rivalry game or something like that, where it actually you get a better experience. Because I've seen Carolina like last year on the broadcast; they were really bad to watch.
Are you trying to tell me that the Carolina Hurricanes and Toronto Maple Leafs aren't a natural rivalry?
They are not. But Carolina, they had one of the best crowds I've seen that I could tell on a live broadcast ever for Game 4 just a few days ago. So like tonight, if you watch that on TV, maybe that'll make you want to watch it. But
well, if you're ever in North Carolina, let me know. I'll drive up to Raleigh. I could be there in 2 hours.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do that. We have lock in 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Top stacks for me: Rockies, White Sox, Nats, and then I've got a group of 4 teams actually that I'm quite a bit above the field on: Twins, Brewers, Yankees, and Rangers.
Okay. I am. Let me see. Paste this stuff back in my sheet. I know I'm heavy on Houston. I'm around the field on Colorado.
Yeah, I'm pretty neutral on Colorado. I didn't get to the extremes, but I have quite a bit of everybody.
It's just so hard to get way over on a stack that's going to be 15% or whatever.
Yeah, and look, like they grade out really well on a dollar for dollar basis. So I would never just take none of a team.
St. Louis, Milwaukee, Houston, White Sox are Pittsburgh also.
St. Louis, Milwaukee, St. Louis, really?
Yep.
I feel like I haven't even thought about the Cardinals today. Let me see what I'm missing here. I have some Matt Carpenter because he's constantly underpriced. I'm too big of an Adrian Hauser believer, you know?
Yeah. Well, when he's got bases loaded and he's already walked in 2 runs, maybe he won't be such a believer after all.
Well, if he walks in 2 runs, I won't be too upset that I didn't have the Cardinal stack.
Well, he'll walk in 2 runs, and then it'll just be double after double, and then the home run to go up 9-0 in the first. So
I'll tell you what, if someone's going to hit a home run, I hope it's Matt Carpenter, because I think I probably have him as quite a bit of one-offs.
He's probably the guy I should have taken instead of DeJong, but yeah. Carpenter I've got. I think he's maybe my 2nd or 3rd highest exposed player.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. He grades out really well. And we're locked. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Live Before Lock is the promo code, 50% off your first month with us. Any package you choose. Check out all the rest of the content that we've had today. Ownership projections are still posted and available for today for free. Jake, you got anything you need to plug? Hockey stuff?
No, we're just continuing to do shows for these 2 gamers, just mostly to talk about just the games and have people give hot takes and such in the YouTube chat. So those are free. Still doing cheat sheets and all that stuff. Yeah, I think me and you are back on this show on Wednesday, correct?
Yes, we are.
All right.
And for the people that continually ask, where is Eddie? No NBA show today. Calm yourselves, people. Craziness. Craziness. Ooh, it's about to rain really aggressively. I just heard the thunder. That's the sound of my lineups rolling to the top of the leaderboard.
That one was tough.
All right, I'm just booting this guy. DK427, goodbye for 5 minutes. You don't have to just say Eddie in caps over and over again. It was annoying before that, just in case you didn't know. So I hope you hear me. We're out of here. Best of luck. Tune in tomorrow. MLB Strategy Show, myself and Laffy breaking it all down. Hit that like button on your way out the door. Later, people.